love being a father. It's like the greatest joy you could have. You know, you're holding yourself anew.
Some of the things I enjoy about being a father is just the whole watching my son Zoe grow. Just watching him so full of life, just running around and just falling down and getting back up.
There's nothing better in life than to raise another child and to bring them to be a positive citizen in the world. You know, I got to do something now. So this is why I put up this fight. You know, if I don't stand for my child, you know, I can't guarantee him a future. You know, at least I got some way to give him a future.
So me and my son's mom, we have a very interesting relationship, and it has been doing nothing but improving. My son is about to be 2 on March 6th, and over this period of time, I mean, it started off just going up and down. One minute I can see my son, and one minute she hates me.
Arguing and you know, with abusive language in front of the child, not in front of the child, on the phone, it's not doing the child any good. It's not going to help the relationship.
Sometimes me and his mother don't get along. We're not seeing eye to eye on certain things. How am I going to communicate with her for him, even when I can't or don't want to? And I think the key to it was patience. And every time I talk to her, I make sure that I say thank you, and I acknowledge the things she did. I make sure that I try to stay brief, and because I know, like, I think our main problem is that she kind of still wants to be together, and we're not together anymore.
That time is going to be wasted trying to do a combative or argumentative situation with the mom. With my concerns and where I'm going with it is keep my son in my heart and in my mind to where I can't argue with her. So we don't argue, we concentrate on the child.
Many fathers are willing but not able. And a couple of the reasons they're not able is they didn't have a good father role model in their own lives. Second, they were not a recipient of a paternal investment in their life, financially or emotionally. So we're asking many men to become something that they have never been the recipient of, nor they have witnessed.
I grew up without a father, and my mother, she never got child support checks from my father or my brother's father, and they didn't help us at all. So
my father was there for me. Yeah, we may have had our differences, but I knew my father. And I've lived with my father and my mother. You know, they were married, they were separated, but they both did their job.
Across the country, 1 out of 3 children in America live in father-absent homes. In the African American community, it's 2 out of 3. We have a lot of work to do in that area. There are many, many fathers who are willing and able and good family men. We need to celebrate them.
You know, I want better for my kids, so in turn, I push my kids to think about studying first. You know, play sports to keep active, to keep physically fit. And the problem with today's society is we tend to take less attention on studies and more on physical attributes. Wanting to play sports and push our kids into sports, but their minds aren't right.
With me being a senior, I think that all goes into me like going to college and getting my education.
I had a wild spot about 2 years, you know, just going to court, trying to get, you know, everything done with the whole court situation, and it just seemed like it was never gonna be right. When you're told that you're expecting a child, you know, you fill up with joy. You go through, you know, the ups and downs of how am I going to do this, what am I going to do, and I got this now, I can do this, I can do that. And then after you've made all these arrangements and preparations and you get ready, you know, the child's here, and then 7 years down the line you find out this child is not yours. That's a heavy toll to pay. But when she made the first accusation of him not being mine in court, I prepped him and myself for it. You know, I put him in the car and started the car up, and before I pulled off, I told him, hey, you know, there's some things that's going on. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. There's a possibility I might not be your father.
I've always been in a leadership group since I was in the 9th grade, and the group is kind of like a family. We always told each other about our problems and situations in everyday lives. And as soon as I told them that I was going to become a father in the beginning of the 10th grade, one of the program coordinators' father worked in my group, and he referred me to the Father program.
You know, everybody's gonna need some type of counseling to be a parent. You're not just gonna fall into it and be the correct parent. There's some trials, there's some tribulations, there are things that's gonna happen, you know, that you're not prepared for.
Not knowing how to handle certain situations, or just how am I gonna get maybe some clothes that he needs, or.
When dads are equipped with just basic information on how to care for their child, there's so many benefits.
So you have to leave something here. And the one thing that you should leave is a positive influence on your children, so that when they get to the same point that you are when you had that child, they can do that same to their child.